Alright, well, I'm out here Saturday. We're in the middle of a huge heat wave, so I got started real early, but it's supposed to be in the hundreds at least like 7 or 8 days, and 110, which is insane for this area. It usually barely gets past 90 like in the summer, but anyways, I got some 14 footers, and long story short, it's too big for the tractor to lift up. So I built this ramp system out of logs. First off, yesterday I built a ramp system similar to this with 2x6s, and then I hooked a block and tackle on that tree there, and I used the winch off the trailer and tried to pull it up this way. Well, it buckled the ramp, so I'm using logs this time. And then yeah, that's basically it. We got the shed in. It's gonna be hot, so I want to get this done. Well, my ramp system worked. Got a few kinks to get out of it, but it rolled up there fairly easy. Gotta grab some water for the sawmill. So the sawmill takes water. I got this big 55-gallon jug here, and basically just fill them up. Pretty soon we're gonna have 2 of these, so I can put a second one in my truck as well. Got about 15 1-gallon jugs. This is what we're doing for water right now, so works pretty well. Eventually I want to be able to hook up a hose to it so I can water the garden easier, but that's about it. So yeah, Friday morning here, transferring some water from this tank through the hose over there into those tanks. Put a new spout on that one, so hopefully get 55 gallons stashed away twice for the garden. We also picked up these big water tanks, 300-gallon tanks, so thought that was pretty cool. And put one in the back of the truck and one up here. Wow, so this morning I heard a really loud noise, and inside this log were 2 galvanized spikes. Hopefully only 2, because but anyways, it fried the blade, and I didn't have a big enough pry bar, so I had to buy a pry bar in town. Get it on there and got those spikes out. So I'm just hoping there's only 2, but only one way to find out, really. Well, today's a good day. I finally finished all of the sawmilling for the house. It's like August 7th or so, and I milled about 10% extra on a lot of the things just in case my math was wrong. But yeah, I finished it. It took me about 3 months, close to 450 hours worth of work if you include trailering the logs up here and all that kind of stuff, probably more. But anyways, I'm gonna go through and show all the stacks of lumber now. So I didn't bother filming it every single day because it'd just be repetitive, you know, just the same thing every day. So I skipped a lot of it. But it's August 7th, and I'm pretty stoked, man. So here's a stack of all the slabs and the mill ends. Got a ton of them. Over here I got 12-foot and 10-foot 2x10s. There's some other stuff mixed in there, like 2x6s and whatever, 2x4s a few, but I got about 78 2x10s, and those are for floor joists. And over here I got about 65 2x8s, 14-foot for roof trusses. So those are all drying. I got a few 16-footers here I put in the pile. Over here I got 10-foot 2x6s for the tall wall in the front. We're gonna do a 2-story loft wall, so we need some longer ones for that. And then I got some girders here. They're 4x10 by 16, and I got 4 of those for the floor girders. So, and they're heavy. Here's my scrap firewood pile. Got a ton of scrap firewood, and that's not even all of it. I got like 3 or 4 more cords. These are big maples. I'm gonna mill these up before winter and probably make something out of them this fall or this winter. Over here you can't really see it, but I got 2 more girders that are 4x10 by 8 feet and 4x4 posts, which will be needed as well. No, 6x6 posts, my bad. Yeah. And then we get into the 8-foot 2x4s and 2x6s, and I got 200 2x6s at 8 feet and about 125 2x4s at 8 feet, and some other random stuff, but it's just massive stacks, man. I mean, so much hard work. It's insane how much hard work goes into milling. It doesn't look like it, but it really is. Over here we got 10-foot 2x10s. Yeah, 10-foot 2x10s. This is part of the 78 that I counted off earlier. I had to put them in a separate stack because I have so many of them. Some of them cracked. These are of aspen. I did it kind of as an experiment. Didn't really work, so I had to mill extra because those ones will most likely be thrown out or used for something else. We'll use them somewhere, but this is all the scrap pile, and it's all good, usable lumber. It's just it was shy in one way or another of the dimensional lumber we needed. You know, so like 2x, be like 1.5 inch by 4s and stuff like that. Just the leftover pieces that I couldn't quite get a board out of, but there's a lot of it there, and it could all be trimmed down and used for something at some point. So over here I got a small section of 10-foot 2x4s, which will be needed. I didn't really need a lot of them. It just ended out having that stack, and they're 10-foot 2x4s. So. And then the final stack of 16-footers. You know, these would be used for some of them for top plates and bottom plates and ridge beams. You know, all 16-foot, real long. But you got enough for the ridge beams. Top plates might have to come in 12-foot sections, you know, but it's hard to get a 16-foot log. And anyways, that's the lumber pile, man, and I'm super happy to finish milling. So I got to get back to work for money, you know, to save up some money before winter. Still doing all right, but taking 3 months off is, you know, quite the endeavor. We've made some other changes over the course of the couple months, so but hunting season's coming up too in September, so I got a few jobs I gotta bust out in town, and then September I'll be out elk hunting and deer hunting, and then October I'll be working, whether it's up here or we're gonna try to get the foundation at least dug out with the excavator so it has all winter to settle, you know, make some sort of drain out of it so it doesn't fill up with water. But that's the plan. And here's the garden. Everything's doing like really good. I already harvested all the potatoes, man. We got a ton of potatoes there in that back row. There's a few more right there. Here we got a mess of cucumbers and watermelon, 2 different kinds of cucumbers, watermelon. We got some Japanese peppers and some onions and carrots over here. Got carrots over here, green beans, sunflower obviously right in the middle of everything for some reason. I think my idea on that was that the green beans would climb up the sunflower, but this huge tomato plant, dude, it's like a behemoth. It's just taken over. It's crazy. It's like almost too big, but I had to build like 2 different trellises. Lettuce, we've been harvesting lettuce out of this. We replanted the lettuce. We're letting the spinach go to seed as well as the cilantro, which will turn to coriander. Back there we got broccoli and cabbage growing. More sunflower seeds, and along this fence line we got peas. The peas have been delicious. We've been harvesting the peas. So one thing, you can't really have them there next year because the deer will come up on the other side and eat the peas. But here's the apple tree. This is the Honeycrisp apple, and that's the cider apple. And they're both doing really good as well.